Hi guys, welcome back to the SGGT channel. Today we've got a really exciting preview for you. We're very unique here at SGGT. We've got the new Callaway X Forged irons available fitting across our sites, and today we just want to go through a little bit of the tech with you. So we've got our fitters Burton and James. We're going to go through these irons. Why are they so unique, Burton?
I think the key thing is it's one of the first times in I can think of recent years where Callaway have come out with a sort of true forged full body product. Outside of going into sort of their MB product and the CB, it's just got that little bit more help and forgiveness to it, which we've sort of seen in the few fittings that we've done so far. One thing that's also really impressed with this iron is that tri-cut sole that they've got on there. I mean, it's been fantastic. Again, being able to test that outside on the turf that we've got out the front of the bay, we found that's been working really, really well for a lot of golfers.
And as an iron that's quite new to the UK market, it originally started in Japan. Why do you think it's finally come here?
I just think people have been beaten down the drum that they want to try it. Like you have a lot of people that have come in and said, "Oh, do you think Callaway will ever bring it out? Do you think like we've had that a lot from our customers?" So I'm sure Callaway have been hearing it. I think it's just got to a point where they've realised they kind of have to release it for people to try.
Yeah, 100%. Like when we first saw the images over from Japan, we got excited about it then, hoping that we'd finally get it, and it looks even better than it does on the pictures.
So, you know, a very unique product, only available in 40 pitching wedge. It's a 1020 steel. It's something that I personally feel is a beautiful looking golf club, but I've never seen anywhere fit it. You can't get it fitted at most places. For me personally, we've had quite a few guys who've tried with, you know, the manufacturers themselves and other retailers and haven't been able to get fit. But why have we got all four?
Just so as a customer we can sit there and we can look through and make sure everything's working. And a lot of our fittings we see quite a change in shaft, especially different weights throughout the set of irons, going lighter towards the top end in 4-iron and heavier down in your scoring golf clubs.
It is really unique, like we are here at SGGT, to have 4, 6, 8 and pitching wedge over that traditional 7-iron fitting. Do you see us doing a lot of these this season?
I see us doing like loads this year. I think it's going to be an iron that once people hit it, they see how good it's going to perform. I think the key thing is, you know, from our standpoint, is that you can also hit that 4-iron, you can hit that pitching wedge, and we can make sure that those heads work all together. It's not just about seeing that 7-iron, and, you know, it might be that someone actually needs, you know, a little bit more help or love in the longer irons, for example. But, you know, with these clubs, you know, if you just tried the 7, you might love it and get a full set, and before you know it, you're really struggling with the 4-iron, you're hitting the pitching wedge okay. We're able to really dial that in and make sure we get things spot on.
So aesthetically, I've loved these, and obviously they're a tried and tested tour product. We've seen them in quite a few tour players, guys. Why were they originally started in Japan?
Perfect. So obviously in Japan, it's, you know, widely known for a lot of years, you know, keen on a lot of steel working. You know, they've started off with Callaway trying to hit that Japanese market and get the criteria that those golfers are looking for, being a really premium feeling golf club. You know, in my head, I think of the line of sort of your Miura products and something along those lines. And this is Callaway trying to sort of get into those people's golf bags. And as you said, like, people in Europe and in the States and all around the world also want that. And I think that's something that Callaway have really seen, and that's why they've been brought out now in the UK for us to be able to fit with.
Do we think they've done it, James?
I think they have done it. They look unbelievable, they feel great, and I'm excited to test them a little bit further, and hopefully they might make their way into my golf bag for the next season.
So personally, I'm a Shrixon Golf Club player. Can someone tell me a little bit of tech about the sole?
Yeah, so if you've got the tri-cut sole, so there's a bit of a leading edge that's been removed off the front, which just helps the golf club to enter the turf a little bit better and a little bit easier. You've then got the little bit trailing edge at the back, which helps that golf club exit the turf. You know, I think it's been quite easy to say it's a bit like the Shrixon, but it's actually very, very different. They will work very differently for different golfers. And the Shrixon's definitely got a lot more of a bounce on that sort of front leading edge, which really should sort of promote the club to come out, whereas this has definitely got a lot less bounce overall in terms of how it looks. It's a much flatter sole. And, you know, I could see it working for a wide variety of golfers. I have to say, it could be one of those in fittings where you're seeing someone where they like both the Shrixon and the Callaway off the mat. You get out on the turf and you'll really start to see the differences of how those sort of soles show up.
Okay, so when you're talking about leading edge, you're talking about this front part of the golf club and then the trailing edge, this back part here.
Correct.
What's the benefit of having a sort of rounded back edge?
So the back edge really helps the club to come out of the ground. So if you've got the back edge of the golf club saying quite deep, so if you haven't got any product removed, what you'll find is that can catch on the ground and slow the product up through impact. So having that trailing edge removed and having the leading edge removed just allows that club to get in and out as fast as possible and help you to retain ball speed while getting the sort of optimal strike.
Which I think is a great feature, and obviously it's something that actually hitting off a mat sometimes you get lost with. Whereas here at SGGT we've got the grass tees out the front of all the studios. So I imagine this is better off the turf?
Yeah, the feedback I've had from everyone that I've given it to is it feels fast through turf. Obviously very little turf interaction makes the golf club feel quicker.
Brilliant. Well, if you want to get yourself down and try the new Callaway X Forged irons here at SGGT, we carry them in 4, 6, 8 and pitch and wedge, all able to be fitted. Get yourself booked in at www.sggt.co.uk.